Hi everyone, this is Marguerite and I am sharing two collections of printable digital images. Each collection is 4 pages and costs $4 and is available on Etsy. So these are high resolution scans of vintage papers from my collection. I use vintage ephemera a lot in my art and have been collecting for several years now. And I made these to share because they work well in a lot of different kinds of projects, and these ones in particular I've been using repeatedly. So the first collection is called the Theo Jessup collection, and I called it that because I found an envelope that was addressed to Theo Jessup. So I have that along with a playing card, a bank check, and this, which when you cut it out looks like this, and you fold it and put it into a book. And it creates a pocket like that. Okay, here's the second page. I've got a couple of advertisements, a piece of currency with a photo and some text, a map with another piece of currency, these are a couple of book page covers, and then I've just embellished it a little bit with a photo, and here's got a flower. This is a receipt of some sort that's in Italian, and I put a bank or an Italian lira attached to that. And this is a medal on a small card that was an advertisement. And this last page is a couple of receipt books. Well, this is a receipt book. It's one whole piece. You fold it in half and then fold it in half again, and it becomes a booklet. And this is a postcard, front and back. Again, you can cut out the whole thing and fold it in half, and you can keep it, or you don't have to glue it together if you don't want to. If you choose to keep it unglued, then you can write a note or use it as a place to write, and so on and so forth. So here's an example of how I've used them. This is a vintage junk journal that I made. I made the cover by hand and I stitched in the signatures. When I make junk journals, I typically use a digital download kit, which is what I did here. This one came from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and it was called Gentlemen and Scholars, I believe. And then, so I print out the kit and then use tea-dyed papers, and in addition to that, embellish or add things in, glue things in to these journals. So here's an example of one of the images I put in here. Here is something that I did, just collaged on the inside, on the the blank side. This is what that piece looked like on the original printout. Here is a postcard. And this one, this again is the full piece of this receipt book that is folded and folded again until it becomes a small booklet. Here's the envelope, and I put double-sided tape on 3 sides to make it a pocket. So these are just some examples of how I used these. Here is a small pocket as well. Here is the playing card. So this is the first collection. The second collection is called the Lucile Holt collection, and I called it that because of this envelope that is addressed to Miss Lucile Holt from Hollister, California. In addition to this envelope, there are some calling cards. Here's another bank check. playing cards. This again, you can cut them out individually or cut out the two of them together and then fold it. Here is a postcard, and that looks like this one when you cut it out. You can journal inside or glue it closed, however it works better for you and your projects. Here's a calling card, currency, another postcard, and this is an advertisement that I added a photograph to. And the last page, this is another booklet where you can cut out the whole piece if you'd like, fold it and fold it again until you've got a book, or use these separately. And then this is just a receipt from a jewelry store with an image from an old postcard that I cut out. Some examples of that are here. So here's another junk journal that I did. This one I used a printable digital kit called Mabel's Diary. Again, this is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I liked it because I could use the colors black and red, and it also goes well with tea-dyed papers and lace and things of that sort. So here I put that envelope. I like to use envelopes on the inside or the middle of the signature because you can tie your thread or string or whatever and then hide it when you use double-sided tape on the front and the bottom, and then this becomes a pocket. These are the two types of collections. If you're interested in seeing more, check them out on the Etsy site. All the information will be below in the comments section. Thank you.